Last time on Sunky Adventure 2.
Oh. Oh.
I lied. There is more to the plot.
Oh. Defective.
I mean, Chris, you've already skipped the cutscene where Sonic gets out of jail, but whatever.
I feel like these two are having two separate conversations at each other. There's no flow to this.
Yeah, I feel like you and I are having two different conversations right now, Chris.
David, what do you think?
Well, I remember playing Sonic Heroes for the first time. It was in January of 2004. I got up early to go to Best Buy. And then I felt a wave. I won't say what kind of wave. What do you think, Gareth?
The swallow?
Wait, so Infinite just said he's beaten you for decades. So that must mean that Sonic at this point is, what, like 37?
I hate that line.
Yeah, it's very much a wink at the audience, because this was the 25th anniversary of the game that came out in the 26th anniversary.
A very similar thing that happens in the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man game, where Mysterio says for decades I've wanted to shut that mouth of yours. I'm like, you shouldn't be saying that in context of what is happening. You have not known him for decades, you idiot.
Is Sonic 15? Yeah. Is he 15?
Canonly, he's still 15, yes.
Yeah, he's like a Simpsons character.
Despite this game being a sequel to Generations, where he somehow had a fucking birthday. Oh my god.
But like, didn't his birthday
like
cake say like 20 or something on it?
Well, I don't know. No, Sonic is like a woman who says, "Hey man, it's my 29th birthday," or a man who says, "Hey, it's my 29th birthday," or a non-gender specific person who says, "Hey, it's my 29th birthday," even though they're 74.
Wait, what?
Sonic, David cut out on my end. As soon as David said Sonic's like a woman, he cut out. I was like, okay, fair enough.
Oh man, I was trying to be all inclusive, but all you hear is me insulting women. It's great.
David's true colors show.
It's true.
Do you guys remember the Egg Dragoon? That asset that was made for Sonic Generations?
Time for a change of pace.
Yeah. Time for oh yeah. But no, he's like someone who just constantly lies about his age. He's been 15 for the last 20 years.
This is one of the worst bosses in the franchise's history.
David, you're saying he's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right. Now, I don't know when we should talk about the Phantom Ruby and what it is
Never.
and what it is. Oh.
The game doesn't even know what the Phantom Ruby is or what it does.
Right, because I want to point out, because right now we saw that the Phantom Ruby prototype was destroyed. It says, it can only be used by the person who first touched it, which you would think might be a good thing for Eggman, because if he created a prototype and it only worked with his DNA, then Sonic could never use it against him. Seems like a good idea, but I guess not, because someone wearing a mask has to use it for the game. But if there's a prototype, that also implies that Eggman somehow created the Phantom Ruby, which means that he's created something which is as powerful as, say, maybe the Chaos Emeralds, even though that does contradict the prequel comic where Eggman finds the Phantom Ruby, and contradicts Mania where they find the Phantom Ruby.
He finds it in the
he finds it in exactly, but so for there to be a prototype, that means that either there's something wrong, or that he took it and then tried to recreate it, but I don't understand what the point of that would be, because he already has it.
One more thing to destroy a plot point coming up. The hero character becomes able to use the Phantom Ruby,
yes.
But according to Infinite, only the first person who touches it can. Wouldn't the hero character be like the second or third by that point, if Eggman and Infinite both had their hands on it?
Well, maybe he put it in a bag and put the bag in his pocket.
In a Ziploc bag, Eggman put it in a little lunchbox for Infinite. He's like, there you go!
Don't touch it till you need it!
I know the reason they did this, because they didn't want to have it be so connected to Mania, but how much better would the story have been if it's the Phantom Ruby comes into Eggman's obsession? He's like, I remember using this like back during Mania, and like that's how he knows like what to use it for. But instead, it's just like,
he actually says, I remember using this during Sonic Mania, released earlier this year.
That would have been a good one, I think.
Anything would be better at this point.
Right, Sonic needs time to heal now, even though he was in prison for 6 months.
Seaside Hill?
What?
Can we please just make a game where we don't revisit shit? Like, what the fuck? It's been like 5 years. Stop it.
Where are we going? It's stage 12 is Park Avenue.
Sonic references. No, wait, that's too much.
That's a new level, right? Park Avenue? I mean, we've seen it twice so far, but it's still new.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh, what?
I love weeb music.
Oh my god, Chris. I fucking
Y'all in the club?
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
I hate you, and I love you.
Hate you, but I love you. I need...
Yep.
Yeah, Park Avenue, the FTCR remix.
Also, all I did was put the video footage in there. I did not add the air horn.
Yeah,
For anyone who
that's
does
from the
not remember.
original
Yeah.
video.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yep.
the shit, like they did this weird concert, and for some reason, Tomio Tani was just smashing an air horn every 6 seconds for no good reason.
I've heard from someone who was at TGS that his sound bank was so fucking ridiculously loud that it was like giving people headaches.
Really?
Just
Damn.
balanced to everything else. So that air horn was like splitting people apparently.
A Sonic Team production with bad audio mixing? No, Chris.
Ooh, speaking of this game, oh god.
Oh, look, there's another avatar in the corner. This is great.
Yeah, I kept this because it's visually interesting.
I somehow
That's singing
have no
it.
idea.
Is that
what this
Hoobastank?
happened.
I'm sorry, David. Is that bald guy Hoobastank, the guy who sings Fist
No,
Bump?
that's the male vocalist for the other tracks in the game.
Dude,
I
why
think.
does he sound so much worse live than he does? It doesn't even sound like the same person.
His voice needs to be
Oh.
edited to sound good.
Maybe.
She's really excited. He's excited. How did I've never seen this footage before.
I'll send it to you after this.
Oh,
game.
I watched
this
it.
live, David.
I watched it for about 10 seconds and turned it off.
Yeah.
I must have been doing something else more.
You were probably watching Mania pre-release footage.
Oh man, remember Sonic Mania? Oh, it's such a good game.
Yeah, who wants to talk over Sonic Mania so we can have Steven have a breakdown again?
Hey, we should LP that.
Oh yeah. If you watch this and then the Mania LP, it forms a story. Take the first letter of every sentence we all say, put that together in a word jumble.
If you take all of Steven's audio from Mania and all of my audio from this, it actually forms a coherent narrative. Please look forward to the final release.
Take all the times we say a number and put those numbers together.
6666666.
I love stage 13.
Wait a minute,
I think I used up all of my wishes for the rest of my life, but it's worth it.
guys! I made a lot of wishes.
That was a Secret Rings reference, just like Generations. Come on, guys.
Hi, I need to tell Sonic about Eggman's plan, even though I don't know what Eggman's plan is, but it's fine. We gotta go to the jungle. It's mystical. It's a mystical jungle casino forest. Guys, remember? I love the casino.
I don't know what's worse, the stage or the music for it. They're both kind of equally bad in my eyes.
I remember one of the videos the social media team put for Forces, I guess to try and raise interest, was an entire run of this level.
Ugh.
And I was just like, that's the last thing you want to fucking upload. Like the entirety of one of Classic's terrible levels. Like this is so dumb.
He's getting a lot of points, though.
I am.
So
It's
bright.
like after Mania and Forces and Generation.
I was
going to
bring this up, Gareth.
I never want to fucking see a Green Hill, Chemical Plant, or a fucking casino in a Sonic game ever again.
Oh, that's not what I was gonna bring up.
Okay.
But pinball physics.
They're so bad. The pinball physics, everything about classic Sonic's physics are fucking horrendous. He jumps like a dead horse. He has no momentum. Everything about his is control. Like it's weird how like classic Sonic in Generations wasn't perfect, but it was decent. I don't know how they fucked up from Generations. This is like I very rarely get to like Skylar levels of like retro annoyance. But this is a fucking insult to classic Sonic. How fucking bad he plays.
His
How
fucking
fucking
eyes are
bad
green.
classic
What the
plays
hell?
in this. But yeah, everything about classic Sonic is just fucking trash. I'm sorry, Steven, your point was going to be?
I was just gonna say, we had 06, and then after that was Unleashed, and Unleashed was like half okay, and then we got a little bit of hope, and then we had some more garbage, and then more garbage, and then we had fucking this, and it's just like, I said this before Forces was unleashed was unleashed.
Forces
I'm
was
like,
unleashed
Good one.
into the lost world.
I said this before Forces was was allowed to be distributed. I said, I'm fucking done with this franchise. And then after Forces came out, I think you soon joined me in that.
Yeah, I think this.
I'm done with Sonic.
But you can't be done because the movie's coming,
Nope.
and we got to go see it.
I think
Sonic Movies has to see the Sonic movie.
Yes, Steven, you have to see the Sonic movie.
The movie is going to be the last nail in the coffin.
I think, guys, what we have to make it a Patreon stretch goal for us to all be in the same state and watch the movie together and get drunk.
But Gareth,
Oh, you died.
Gareth, it's one thing for me, like
End the OP here.
the hyperbolic guy to be like, oh, I'm done with Sonic, but for you to say it kind of means something. Oh, he's thinking about it.
I can't tell if he's thinking or if he cut out.
Did he glitch? Is he gone?
Discord!
Sega killed him.
Sega killed
Right.
him. He's not allowed to say anything bad about Sonic.
Right.
I think Garrett's qualifier is that he's done with 3D Sonic, and that if there's another Mania from Mania people, he'd probably check it out. But I think he's saying he's not hyping games up or paying attention to pre-release anymore.
I took that as he's fed up. But maybe I'm projecting because I'm fed up.
Maybe.
Because he actually likes Mania.
It seems he does, and because I guess if there's a whole franchise and you hate and you're not liking anything except one game, I can see why. Oh, I want to be done with the franchise. But if there's one more thing that I like, I'll look at it. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna obsess my whole life. So maybe that's what he was talking about. I don't know. Obviously, though, because he was cut out, because Sega's listening, I'm gonna say that Sonic Forces totally should have won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. I think that this tube that Chris keeps on dying in, it's because the difficulty is so well methodically thought out. It's just like Cuphead. It's just like Cuphead.
It's because I don't want the game to end.
Oh, yeah. I really like how you end the level at a point where you shouldn't be able to end it because it's the game wanting to make you want more.
This shit coming up right here.
Oh, this is important. Pay attention to this plot point, Steven. Pay attention to this plot point.
I got a rock.
The green dog picked it up.
He did.
This destroys me.
No, she did.
Oh, what?
Kiss.
Oh, they're gonna have a...
What?
Kiss.
Wait, what happened?
The scene ended and we got a new scene. That's literally how they transitioned that.
What?
Oh!
Also, he made a joke.
You okay?
See, because...
I legitimately love the fact that Gareth was... as soon as he's about to say something bad about Sonic, he's taken down.
Oh, my bad. I guess the Sega heard what I was about to say and killed me.
They're like, this is for all the cupcake jokes, you bastard.
Well, Chris, I didn't realize that I was dropped, so I actually went on a mini rant. So you have the audio there if you want to use it.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Yes. Oh shit.
I guess you gotta cut out all of our, oh no, Gareth, where'd you go? We're so lost. I don't know what's happening.
So I love
Remember when all of us had the benefit of the doubt that this was the first stage in the game?
Yeah, I was about to say that, because there were so many people when it was coming out, there'd be people like Tails Channel, to throw them under the bus, would be like, come on, it's probably the first level. Like, come on, guys. No, it's fucking directly halfway through the game. We get this fucking walk forward and do nothing level. You know?
I also had that hope, because I didn't want a boost game to be bad. I was like, oh, they're bringing it back. Thank God. They can't do any wrong because they've done so well already.
Unleashed was a really good boost game. I don't know. I do not agree with every single boost to win joke. That's so dumb. Because Unleashed was really intricate.
If you tried to boost to win in Unleashed, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
We're gonna die, Stefan.
Well, you're gonna
I'd
die,
rather
you're
boost
gonna
right
die
now and get it
earlier.
over with.
Oh.
I can't wait for the comments. Actually, you can hold forward through most of Windmill Isle, you dumb
That's
loads.
the
You must
first
not know
fucking
anything.
level! It's an introductory level!
And
Shut up!
And no, you're still gonna fall. Try doing that. You're still gonna fall through all the holes.
Well, I mean,
Do it, you won't.
Sunset Heights is one of the only one of the only non-orchestral tracks in this game that doesn't make me want to kill myself.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a plus.
Oh,
I think this track's pretty okay.
Gareth, have you ever listened to the classic version of Green Hill Zone in this game, slowed down? It sounds actually decent.
Oh really? No,
Yeah.
I think I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You know, Steven, after you asked that question, I went on my rant. The more I think about it, the more angry I get with this franchise now.
I cannot wait to listen to your rant because
It's not really a big rant, but okay. So this is the level.
there's Shadow.
If you play as the Shadow skin, Shadow will meet Shadow there.
Yeah.
But maybe I think maybe if I get angrier, maybe I'll go on a bigger rant in the credits where I just fuck
Well,
this.
maybe,
We'll need to fill that time
maybe you
somehow.
should scream and then get comments
Whoa.
about how
Look at all these
Sega
cool
Sammy
things
you are.
Face cam.
Frick! You freaking
We
frick!
completed the mission.
Sega Sammy is the company that owns Sega. It's Sammy
Sega-
Classic.
Whoa.
But Sega
Whoa.
Sammy is also a person.
Whoa.
It's
Whoa.
Sammy Classic
Whoa.
Sonic Man. There's a
Oh,
difference.
Sammy
Oh
Classic.
my god!
that's
Oh,
right.
man.
Stefan,
Whoa. Whoa.
did you actually
Whoa.
just pull a fuck?
Whoa.
Well,
Whoa.
actually,
I
about the
did.
fucking name of some YouTube
It's
kid.
classic
Jesus
Sammy
Christ.
Sonic fan.
This is so like Sonic just stands there and awaits his beating from Shadow. It's so dumb.
This game has about 38 missed opportunities, but not having an SA2 Faker reference here just boils me. It blows my mind.
Also based on the fucking marketing they show 4 enemies from the past. 2 of them are killed in a cutscene. Like
The 2 you want to fight again are the ones killed.
yeah,
I
because nobody gave a fuck about Zavok. We just had I know Steven hated it, but he's wrong. We just had a pretty decent Metal Sonic fight earlier in Mania. Yeah, fucking Shadow and especially Chaos. I think people were waiting for those fights, but no, here's some cutscenes. LOL.
And I'm
Chaos.
actually kind of amazed they didn't go with Shadow, because they could easily have just reused his Generations fight, which is what they do for the rest of this game anyway. And even Chaos, you could say, oh, there's perfect Chaos.
Earlier, like in Story Shadow, whatever the fuck is Story Shadow, whatever. Rouge at one point says this goes well with like chilies and hot dogs, and it's like fucking. That's the stupidest reference ever. Because if someone had never played a Sonic game before, they wouldn't understand that and be dumb. But
Also, Rouge would never say that.
But also, in that last thing, if Shadow had said that was a faker, then someone who had never played the game would be just like, yeah, it was a faker. But someone who had played previous games, it'd be like, I get that reference. That would be a
Exactly.
good reference, and they didn't fucking do it!
You don't lose anything by doing it.
Exactly, you don't
It's a
lose
win-win.
anything by doing that. What the...
No,
Oh, here's a joke.
Shadow should have said, "I think you're the fake hedgehog around here."
But if he did
Then
but
kick
if
them
he
in the
did say that,
balls.
then you would have just added in the laughing audience again. Anyway,
No.
You're talking about... Stefan, shut up. You're Canadian, who cares?
What the fuck?
no.
I've heard their bacon's just ham anyway, those fuckers.
We've got Sonic, guys. The other Sonic, the good one. He's all cute and cuddly, and I want to take him home, and I want to dress him up, and put him on my shelf and say, hi, Sonic, and he'll look at me, and he'll wink at me, and it'll be great.
This is happening.
Guys,
Tails is like the self-insert of the Sonic fan. He only cares about classic and is constantly whining.
I'm happy to finally have some representation.
So, like, yeah,
So Stefan, you're saying that in context of Forces, Tails is Skylar. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
happy with that.
Okay, so, you're redeemed, Stefan.
Alright, now
I kind of like that this stage incorporates infinite fucking around with
Yeah,
stuff.
good idea. Good idea. Questionable execution. But again, Chris, as you said earlier, Forces is full of things that on paper, not bad ideas. They're just executed horribly.
Hey, what up?
It also raises so many questions, like, they reference that none of this is real. So is the Avatar just, like, doped up somewhere? Or how is this running on ceiling stuff?
I like the Giant Dragons.
Also perfect chaos, but...
Also that being
Hey, what up?
it being fake.
Can I get your number? Hey, baby,
be-
what your number?
Also, it being fake kind of implies that the whole of Mania didn't happen.
No, Mania happened. Don't even try. try. Don't even try.
David, no, David, you are all about. You have to accept the facts. If the Phantom Ruby it's just all about virtual reality, then that means that in terms of Sonic Mania, from the moment the Phantom Ruby kind of goes off on Angel Island Zone, everything else is make believe.
No, but you see, the problem is that it doesn't mean that it is make believe, because also
it could be
in this game. It's I would say 98% of the time extremely clear what is and isn't real. Like this city, I don't think is fake, but some of the things that Infinite is doing are things that he's constructing. Like there are certain elements. Now with Mania, because the Phantom Ruby does seem to be playing by different rules for whatever reason, if the Phantom Ruby is just making 100% fake stuff, then that means the classic Sonic being transported at the end of Mania to Forces, that either everything in Mania isn't real, which doesn't make sense because the Phantom Ruby hasn't occurred, or everything in Forces isn't real,
David,
and that this is actually a construct made by the Phantom Ruby to test classic Sonic, which means two full games aren't real.
Classic Sonic doesn't exist in this game. The Phantom Ruby constructed him inside everyone's minds. He's not actually here.
No, but
I love this game now. Classic Sonic is actually just an imaginary character.
Right.
Well, it's also by that token, why does, spoiler alert, at the end of this game, why does Classic just disappear for no good reason?
Whoa.
He's
Why
fake.
does who
He's
disappear?
Classic.
Classic?
Just melts through time because, as Steven said, in the context of Forces,
he's not real.
Classic Sonic is an illusion, and at the end of Mania, Sonic is actually transported to an alternate dimension where he instantly dies. So the Classic Sonic, as we know it, is dead. Thank you, Sega.
That is not what happened. No, because then Tails and Knuckles are still. No, because I was arguing that it's
how did
possible
Classic
that
Sonic get here?
Forces. Classic Sonic was somehow transported by the Phantom Ruby.
Somehow
which means
transported by the Phantom Ruby. With the Phantom Ruby
fan
also
fiction bullshit out of here.
Yeah,
David.
your fan
that's what
fiction
happens at the end of the
bullshit.
game. The Phantom Ruby interacts with the Chaos Emeralds and creates a portal in which Classic Sonic falls through, and that's where he ends up in Forces.
Are you sure?
However, I am entirely sure. Also, part of the thing is that in this game, they keep talking about how the Phantom Ruby is creating virtual reality projections, implying that the Phantom Ruby must be a man-made creation, because why would something naturally occurring create virtual reality?
David,
those are two conflicting terms.
I see a big Sonic 06 right here, where none of this actually happened.
Nothing personal, kid.
Nothing.
See, no, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is that maybe it's possible. Sonic didn't tell you any of this stuff. What do you have in
I
flashbacks?
haven't talked to him recently.
Again, David, this is bullshit. Why did they have, that's so dumb. They should have had stuff he said before, like, thanks for saying that, Knuckles, that means a lot. They should have taken, like, random out of context lines.
I've got 6 months I'm waiting to get back to this guy.
That's not fair, I just ran real fast to get here. Now this
game.
Okay, so quickly, this fight, if you have Chris, you got Cube. I know if you have the if you have fucking flamethrower, you can kill Infinite in like 30 seconds. You can cheese this fight real bad if you have the flamethrower.
Whoa, this guy is faster than Sonic!
Nice edit, Chris.
It's true.
Infinite makes me
he's having a seizure.
Infinite makes me so mad because there's a lot about him that I really like. Like, I love his voice. I like the idea of just a whiny ass. Like, the villain of this game is just a whiny ass.
So
like
he's Kylo Ren.
Yes.
So he's you.
Yes. Sure. And then what happens in the end? Nothing. Just
You like him
Just like
because
all
he's
of
a
us.
whiny
Disappears.
ass and has a nice voice.
That is true. But yeah, so because if Infinite is able to move faster than Sonic, the Avatar character should not be able to stand a chance against him.
Yeah, and you can say, like, oh, you have to be able to beat him for gameplay reasons. Just don't say he's faster than Sonic. Just have him be faster than Sonic for gameplay reasons.
Well, but
Don't call
also
it out.
because a bunch of times in previous games, characters have dodged Sonic. You know, again, like Lyric does it a bunch of times. It doesn't make him faster.
Right. I mean, sometimes when you go to jump on an enemy, the enemy moves away, and you're like, "Whoops, I fell down a hole." Oh.
Yeah.
I guess you didn't
the
win.
epic confrontation. I love how they have the power to create anything, and what he creates is just big fucking cannons to shoot cannonballs.
I
Also, like,
Throw it
is the supposed I was about to say, but then I remember this scene happens. I was gonna say, is the reason that he's able to keep up with him is because of the ruby, but then I remember, now he's finally using it, so no.
Yeah.
Well, the Phantom Ruby did cause Knuckles to be able to beat out Super Sonic, and Knuckles had no idea at the time. In Sonic 3. So
Don't try and
What?
retrofit that bullshit, Chris. Get out of here.
David, you understand this, right?
Why? I don't know. Why? Look. Why? No. I would like to think that the Phantom Ruby wasn't there in Sonic 3 Knuckles and showed up after. Oh, the video ended. I guess my point wins.
Why do you think that they put the cutscenes in a wider aspect ratio for?
Cinematic.
But it's dumb. All the animation in his cutscenes is terrible.
Cinematic.
Stupid. Stupid.
Redo!
Stupid. It's all
Hey, bye.
stupid. It's all stupid. It's all fucking stupid.
I like how at this point Steven is just like turned into the critic. It stinks. It
No,
stinks.
I'm not
it
the-
stinks.
No, it's not fucking stinks. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Which is, I mean, when I say done, I'm just like, I won't lie. I liked Mania. If there's a Mania 2, I'll probably pick that up. But in the grand scheme of like, yeah, I'm a Sonic fan. I follow the franchise and I care about this, and this. I'm kind of like, I won't say 100%, but I'm kind of done with Sonic at this point. I've just been burnt too many times of mediocre games, a progressively annoying social media presence, and just Sega as a company just being dumb.